presentation of USATF Productions.
Welcome to your USA Track and Field Journey to Gold live show. I'm your host, Darrell Hill. I'm here at the desk with Michelle Carter. You know we got Will Lear coming in and Dawn Harper Nelson. It's day number 10. The action is crazy. We just had a world record set on the track, but we're going to put a pause on the track because we're going to give our field eventers some love. And we're going to start straight off with special guests. We're bringing up none other than Miss Chase Jackson.
Yay!
None other than Miss Chase Jackson. Welcome to the desk. Welcome to the desk.
It's hot.
I know it is hot, man. This sun is cooking us. The sun is cooking us.
The sun is like right there.
Yeah.
How we feeling today?
I feel really good. Still tired. Still crashing a little from yesterday, but super excited to be an Olympian now.
I was just about to ask you that. Listen, obviously two-time world champion, okay, so we've done a lot. We ain't talking to somebody new, but Olympian, we now get to finally add that to the resume. How special is that for you?
Yeah, you know, I feel like I had the 2 world titles. I have my national titles, indoor medals, all that, but there's just, you know, that one last missing piece was becoming an Olympian. And I think a big part, too, is I tell people what I do, and they go, oh, so you're an Olympian, you know, and now
now you can finally say it.
Yeah. Now I got to be like, yes, I don't have to explain. Well,
like I'm a world champion. Not right.
Yeah, every 2 years.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, I absolutely love it. I've just been watching your career because of course I came before you, but just seeing you grow from where you started to where you are now, and you've gone through quite a bit of different changes, but I feel like there was a year where you made some major changes by leaving the U.S., number one, switching coaches, and I feel like that was a turning point for you. Do you want to talk about like that time in your life where you was really looking for what you felt like you needed to be the best that you can be?
Yeah, you know, I had to get away from Darrell.
Oh, brother. I was bringing her down, man.
I'm so glad you brought this up. I had to get away from Darrell. I think I just had, I don't know if everyone knows this, but I was in a training group with Darrell and Jess under Ryan Whiting.
That was her favorite training partner of all time. Make sure you not leave that part out.
Okay.
Easily. Yeah, I think after I got sick and stuff after 2020, I think I just maybe wasn't like letting the negativity in Arizona kind of leave. So I went on a training camp to the UK and never came back. And they probably were like, I swear there was another girl here at one point.
Listen, right. I got to talk. You brought this up. I got to talk about this because this was really funny. I'm telling y'all, it was a random Wednesday. We're at practice. I think you were like in a little bit of a rut, so we're kind of working our way out of it. And she's getting ready to head to a couple competitions in the UK. And I'm like, hey, man, best of luck. See you when you get back. She ain't get back, y'all. But it worked out for the best.
Yeah.
It worked out for the best.
It was all like, it all just kept happening by accident. I accidentally met my coach who just happened to be in the building that day for a random reason. And then I just like kind of happened to find another meet. And then I happened to find my husband on Tinder.
Right.
It was just crazy.
Sure.
In the UK.
Yeah.
Right.
Just kept going and going. I was like, well, I guess I'll just train here now.
Well, yeah, I love how sometimes when you're not sure exactly what to do, life just kind of drops you little nuggets and drops a little trail for you to keep going to find where you needed to be. So even though it was like you happened to have by accident, it was all on purpose because now here you are today as 2-time world champion and now an Olympian. And I'm so excited to see you do your thing out there. Now, my next question is, like, for all my makeup girlies out there, have we thought of a new design to get ready for the Olympic game? Because I want to know, like, we're going to play with some different colors. Like, what's the game plan or some creativity that you're coming up with?
Yeah, you know, I never spoil, but I definitely think, you know, first Olympics, it's going to have to be something big. Like, it can't be lame, you know.
Everybody's on this desk keeping secrets, man. Yes. We gotta find a way to crack through on day number 10. You gotta give us something.
I mean, I understand the element of surprise, so I'll let you keep your secrets, but I want like a little, big meaning like big on your face or maybe some new different products.
I'm trying to top the dragon from China, which I haven't quite been able to top, and I'm gonna top it. Like,
okay, well, listen,
I promise.
Walk us through the makeup with the selection that you had going on here today.
Oh, that's all husband.
Ooh.
All husband. So
okay.
Prefontaine last year when I threw the American record. Sorry. I waited. You asked me to wait, Michelle, and I waited. But last year I had done a negative space makeup.
Okay.
And my husband just kind of said, like, why don't we go with that? And I was like, yeah, you're right. And so it was actually his idea. I kept my butterfly kind of theme I have, but yeah, so, I mean, I feel like it helped me. Look at me. Oh.
Hey, listen, I
Sorry,
can't. We got this video up here, right?
Yeah.
So I can't help but talk about this moment because you were scaring us a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
You were scaring us a little bit.
You were scaring us a little bit. But I'm like, okay, you got this, but I need you to do it now, not later.
Yeah, talk to me about that throw. Being in that space in the competition, obviously coming in as a heavy favorite. We talked to a lot of favorites on here. We talked about the different type of pressure that it is, knowing you're ready, knowing you should qualify, but being in a moment in the competition where it's not going as swimmingly as we thought it might be, right? Swimmingly, to be frank. All right, so talk to us about that moment as you step into the ring to prepare for that throw.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even, like, pretend. I was really nervous out there, and I think it just came from this place of, like, I'm leading the world right now. I've done the Diamond League circuit. I'm doing all this stuff, and, I'm in this place where I'm like, oh, like, what you're supposed to be doing in this moment. But, like, the pressure just started to kind of get to me in that first round, and I was like, oh, no, like, it's happening.
Sure.
So the first 3 rounds were just, I can't even, like, pretend they weren't, like, some of the hardest throwing I've had in years. But after I went to my husband, and I was like, I just need to chill. He's like, you just need to chill out. And I remember right before I walked into the ring on my 4th throw, I just went like, you're a 2-time world champion, act like it. Like, go out there and act like it. Like, do what you can do. And then I did it, and man, the weight that came off my shoulders.
You're like, now I can smile, now I can be Chase that everybody knows and loves on the field. My question to you is, do you like the pressure of knowing that I'm already in the #1 spot and I have to stay there? Or do you like coming up and surprising people? Because you've been in both positions. Which one do you like the most?
Oh, I mean, it's a lot nicer feeling when I do my first throw, win the competition throws for sure. But yeah, I think I'm trying to, like, get to that point where, like, I can answer back at some point. And so, like, I'm really happy with, like, my ability to do that yesterday, It's not like Raven and Jada didn't throw really far throws.
Right.
Like, those weren't, like, throws to mess around about. And I'm happy I was able to answer. So there's something about being able to answer back to people that just feels a little better than an easy go around.
Like, you didn't help my points yesterday because I was hoping for that 2012.
Man, you and me both.
The board.
We both
But you
took
had it, but it was just outside the sector. I was like, oh, man. But it was great to see you compete yesterday, and congratulations once again.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Listen, I know you got time is precious. Listen, she's got a lot of stuff going
time
on,
is
right?
Money, Darrell.
And listen, time is money. I love it. But I've had the pleasure of working with you, right? And it was super fun. I know how special you are. So I also know a little bit about the psyche of who is Miss Chase Jackson and how competitive you are. Mm-hmm. Now, we got another American who's thrown real far. Now, she's not necessarily from the U.S., but she's from a little bit up north.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I'm talking about Sarah Mitten.
I'm just kidding, yeah.
I'm talking about Sarah Mitten, the Canadian, right? I feel like people have kind of shifted you down from the favorite in some eyes, right? But I know who you are and how special you are in throwing in. Obviously, we got a lot of people throwing, but she's somebody we're going to have to deal with when we get to Paris. Talk to me about the friendly rivalry you got going on with her and how you are excited to compete when you get to Paris.
Yeah, I love Sarah. I love going back and forth with her. I think, you can never count anybody out in this game. Like, it's crazy. But I think I've really solidified myself in the last few years, I feel like I've been consistently over 20. It's like every meet now. I just feel like I'm in a better place. I've set, like, that baseline to, like, get a far throw out now soon. And but you can't count anybody out in this game. I was saying in interviews, there could be an American sweep in the U.S., like a U.S. sweep in the women's shot put and the men's shot put.
Sure.
And that's not saying anything to put Sarah down, but, after I saw Raven throw in, it's something else. She looks great.
She does.
And Jada, for some reason, I have this feeling about Jada, like, I know they say stuff about the college kids having a long season and being too fresh and like not experienced in the majors, but I just have a feeling about her, and I think it's going to be hard to beat the U.S. Americans in the Olympics this year.
I just think what I love to see and how our sport has grown over the years, where we have actually in the beginning it started out no American woman would make any finals in the shot put. Then we had one, then we had two, then it kind of went back down for a little bit. Now we have this like group of women that are coming out there and just going out there and just throwing the shot put the best they can. And I can't wait till the day we see that U.S. sweep, because I think we're getting closer and closer. But the one thing about all three of you all, when you got it, you got it. When you just have it, you all know how to dig deep when it matters. You know how to compete, and all three of you all are very comfortable in who you are and you know what you need to do to get there. So it's amazing to see how this event, particularly, is special to me, of course, just grown over the years. It's amazing.
Yeah, like you just can't deny U.S. shot put, men's and women's. It's built different, and I think the women are coming up strong on the men's heels now.
I love to see it. Well, listen, you know I'm rooting for you. I am so proud of you and all the things you've done. And I'm super excited for what you're about to put forward going to Paris, because I know it's going to be a special one. We're going to let you get out of here. Miss Chase Jackson, newly crowned Olympian and Olympic trials champion. Best of luck.
Thank you.
And we're going to listen. We subbing Michelle out, too. Michelle's going back out to the fan zone. You know she's going to have that trivia queued up for us in short order. And we bringing my brother Will back to the desk. And we got another special guest loading as well.
Oh, it's good to be back.
Well, I'm going to let you intro this. Bring it in. We're back, we're back, we're back, we're back.
We are back on the desk with none other than your 2024 U.S. Olympic Trials champion in the women's 10,000 meters, Miss Wayy Clot. Wayy, 25 laps is a long way to run. How are you feeling today?
I'm a little bit tired, but I feel fine. I've been doing this like many times, so it's not that bad.
It's not that bad. She's a little tired. Darrell, how would you feel after 25 laps?
I'm tired even saying the words 25 laps, to be honest. Listen, you guys have made this so fun. Being here at Olympic Trials, getting an opportunity to just watch all of these events from the stands. And listen, I've become a little bit of a distance fan this year. So watching you put together that performance to win the Olympic trials was super duper fantastic. So I'm excited for you. Talk to me about your preparation now, coming through the trials and getting ready for Paris. What does that look like for you?
Thank you. I know it's a lot of laps on the track to run the 10K, but since I've done one half marathon, it makes it easier for me just to think of it. Just like my preparation is the same thing what I've been doing. It's just like work hard and stay healthy and ready to go.
You make it sound so simple, man, but 25 laps is no small order.
So we just had Chase Jackson up here, Wayy. Obviously, she was talking about going back and getting feedback from her husband, from her coach, in between throws. In distance training, we know that we do reps, and then coach is always there to give us pointers. Is there ever a point in the race of the 10K where you're like, I wonder what Stephen Haas is thinking right now?
Well, I wish I have that feedback too, but I always want him to be in the race to witness what I'm doing, and that will help us to build toward a big race, you know? He's gonna see what's wrong, what needs to be fixed, and that helps you to work on something that you've been missing.
So before the race, it's kind of the last time you get to talk with your coach. What did you and Haas discuss that, what was going to be the strategy for coming away with the W?
It's crazy, you know, like
we
Haas
got the race up
always
here on the
tells
screen
me,
too,
like,
flying down the home
stay
stretch.
patient. You gotta trust the training you have been doing. But the most, oh my God, that's crazy. But the most important word that he was giving me before the race is to stay patient, no matter how the pace goes. And he knows that it's gonna be slow from the beginning. And he said, just stay patient, and then like you have to take it from 2K, which I was gonna do it, but someone decided to go to the front and push the pace, and I said, this is good for me. I'm just gonna stay and try to go fast the last 400. That's what I do.
So when you won an NCAA track championship on this at the old Hayward Field, Something similar happened. You got passed with about 150 meters to go. You had to go to someplace deep inside to find that will to win. Walk us through the last 150 meters of this race where on the backstretch we saw you kick, then you got passed and we saw you kick on the home stretch and then kick again with 50 meters to go. What was that experience like?
Well, it was in Austin, Texas, if I remember correctly.
Oh, sorry, it was Austin.
Yeah,
My apologies.
it was in Austin, Texas. It was really hot that time, and I thought I was pushing hard at the front, but it wasn't good enough, and that girl came to pass me. I said, I'm not going to let it happen. Yeah, same thing yesterday. I was kind of like mentally was going to let her pass me, but I said, nope, I'm mentally struggling, but I have a lot in me. So I got to try push it hard, and it worked.
Listen, I'm getting inspired just listening to you talk, man. That's super duper cool. I want to know how cool it was for you after you crossed the line, knowing that you secured your opportunity to go to the Olympics again, and you got to sign that Eiffel Tower that they had next to the finish line. How cool was that?
It was amazing. I couldn't process everything. I'm still thinking about it right now. It feels like I'm in disbelief because
Sure.
I've been here many times, and I have like many disappointing races, especially with the championship races. But coming out here, not only getting top 3 to win the race, it feels amazing.
Sure.
So I don't know what I was doing after I finished the race, honestly. But it's awesome to get it done, you know?
That's awesome.
Wayne, thank you so much for giving us a bit of your time. We know it's time for a big feast, a big night's sleep as you recover and get ready for Paris. But congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Thank
Best
you.
of luck.
Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you.
me.
Thank you. Listen, this is an electric day, number 10. If you guys have been watching since the beginning of the stream, you see how much this fan zone has grown since we've got live, and it's going to be rolling like this all night because we got special guests coming. We got people getting their medals. This thing is looking beautiful. Mr. Shelby McEwen.
This is the first medal that we've had on the show.
It's the first medal we had on the show, man. High jump Olympic trials champion. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good.
I
Just
need a
blessed to be here,
handshake, man.
man. Good to see you, bye-bye.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir, always.
We going to the Olympics, brother. Talk to me. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good. Just happy to be here, man. Blessed to be able to come out here and compete healthy. Coming in knowing I had the standard. Just come out here and have fun and put on a show for the fans. I've been around a minute,
Yes,
so
you have.
I'm just glad to be able to finish a healthy competition, and man, just excited for what's to come in Paris.
You look good in that competition, bro. I had the pleasure of being able to sit. I had front row, perfect seats. I was able to watch you jump, and having fun is what I saw from you, right? You got over 230. You put the bar up to 236. We know 236 is going to be a bar that's going to be very important to accomplish what I know you want to accomplish at the Paris Olympics. So talk to me about how you felt in those approaches. Obviously, I know you didn't clear it today, but what'd you feel when you were approaching that bar as you get ready to move to the summer?
Oh, for sure. It was a confidence booster for sure. I had some great attempts at it. I feel like me and my coach, we had came in with a plan to pass 33 and go straight to 36 because that is going to be a big bar come Paris Games and potentially not be a gold medal.
Sure.
And so I feel like in the right time it'll click. All we got to do is just get back to the drawing board, take care of the small things away from the track, and just keep rising that bar.
I love it.
You mentioned that you've been around for a minute. We're all big Shelby fans up in here. But how do you approach this meet versus any other meet? Talk about the gravity of the Olympic trials, what it means to you, and how maybe you prepare a little bit slightly differently for this meet versus others.
Yeah, it's this meet in particular, man, I just have to lock in and just dedicate myself, knowing that it's the trials right here on our home soil. I've had great experience here in Hayward Field, old Hayward, new Hayward. And I come here every time and just be excited.
You from here?
No, I'm not from here. I'm from Mississippi.
Oh, I was about to say, that was breaking news. That was breaking news.
Just coming here to jump, man. I always have great experience in 2022. Finished 5th overall, just one spot from a podium finish. And very much success here, man. And it feels amazing just to be able to come and look at that right there. Hey.
Yeah, that's clean.
Strive for strive, man. Great day today, so.
Yeah, I mean, walk me through, pretend I don't know anything about track and field. What are the important cues that you take in your approach and then executing over the bar?
All right, gradually as I got better and progressed in my event, I had to learn one thing. I was all power growing up, being strong and trying to load the jump. Now I've learned to bring more speed through my curve and just fire the takeoff. And that's something me and my coach been working on big time. And we've been focusing on that, and it's only going to get better from here. And so I'm excited, man, and the approach is key. The approach is key. Just paying attention to guys, I looked up to Charles Austin and those guys, Eric Kennard, and those guys just, dedicate me and motivate me to keep going. And so, man, it's going to be a journey. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm glad you mentioned my guy EK, because we had him up here on his desk, and he was somebody that talked about you and how well you looked in the high jump. He's excited for you, just as we are as well. I was actually sitting next to him while you was jumping. You got a couple nods of approval from EK, man. So he was feeling good. I was feeling good watching you as well. This year, you've been jumping really well, bro. Like, obviously, you've always jumped well, but I feel like this season in particular, you've been more consistent than I've noticed you be in the past. What's changed in your preparation for this year that's allowed you to really compete at a high level every time out, it feels?
Most definitely, man. Like I said, I made my first world team in 2019, and just as I progressed and produced through my career, just matured more, more discipline, taking care of my body, taking care of the small things away from the track, and just locking in and focusing. And I feel like I got that respect from EK, and even more respect to come from him, you know. So that's someone I look up to, 2012 gold medalist, and so he give me counters and tips, and me and my coach, man, we got a plan going in, and like I said, we're going to get back to the drawing boards, man, and it's going to be a show in Paris. I'm looking forward to it.
I got one more if you ain't got one more.
Well, I was just going to say, I know all these guys want to go for the medal ceremony, back to the action, but yes, please hit them up.
I want to know what the preparation from here to Paris looks like, right? I know how the last few championships went for you. I know what you're trying to accomplish this summer. So what do you do this summer to prepare you for success in Paris?
Man, for real, just I'm going to go home. My sister's getting married next week. Go enjoy my family, kick it with them. Then I'm going to head over to Monaco for a Diamond League.
Monaco's a good Diamond League.
It's a great place to jump. Man, a great atmosphere, great experience to go jump at. And, hey, from there, we're going to train it out. And I'm going to head over to Paris. And, hey, man, get ready to bring some more of this hardware back.
Absolutely.
Like I said, one thing I've learned.
I got to follow up on that Monaco. So Monaco for the middle and long distance races is everyone looks forward to it. It's a fire track. It's a hard surface. Is it a stadium also where in the high jump it's like, oh, I go there to perform?
Most definitely. It's going to be like a high jump final. You're going to have
I've been there to watch it. It's electric.
Tambiri,
it's electric.
Wu, Hamish Kerr, the indoor gold medalist, Tambiri, Barsham, and so it's going to be a great crowd. Javon, and so just being able to have them over there and us pushing each other, leading into the game is going to be a big one. So I'm excited.
We got the shirt right here, man. Listen, we told you we got Shelby fans everywhere, brother. Listen, I'm proud of you, my man. Hey, listen, gold looks good on you, and I want to wish you best of luck this summer as you get ready for Paris. Do your thing, bro.
Always, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, we sending it out to Michelle in the fan zone for some trivia. Hopefully, we got a better show going on today.
Yes, sir.
And I am out here in the fan zone. We are watching medal ceremonies and just watching the fans getting a chance to interact with the athletes. So what I'm going to do today is I will get to ask some of our fans what were their favorite moments at the Olympic trials this year. And I already picked out of some people I've been eyeing. Hi, how are you all doing today? Come back. How are you? All right, so I am asking our fans of track and field, and I see you have the Winger Team USA shirt on, and I want to know, what is your favorite moment that you experienced here in the U.S. Olympic trials? Tell me your name and where you're from.
I'm Rhonda Patterson, Kara Winger's mom.
I know.
Favorite, there are so many. I don't know, but I think probably Kara's winning of the silver medal in the 2022 World Championships. That was a pretty good win. Okay. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I have a T-shirt for you just for sharing your moment with us. Yes, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the Olympic trials. Well, the medal ceremonies. Right. All right. Let me find me somebody else. There's a family over here I've been eyeing. I want to get their opinion. I know we're in the middle of this medal ceremony. We're going to interrupt. All right. Excuse me. Look. Excuse me, y'all. B. Miller Track and Field family. Hi, how are y'all? Look, I can't notice. Come on, everybody come on. Everybody come on. Everybody, come on over. Come on over. So, my question to you, because I see the shirts and they look amazing. What was your favorite moment at the U.S. Olympic trials?
See him crossing that finish line. We was jumping for joy. So, seeing Brandon qualify after a lifelong of hard work and dedication.
Okay, tell me your name and where you're from.
Derek Miller, senior, Brandon's father.
Awesome. Okay, what about you? What was your favorite moment of this Olympic trials?
The favorite moment was the preparation. This is a lifelong dream for Brandon and many more to come, so extremely proud of him.
All right, well, thank you so much. I do have where we go? Huh? Okay, let me grab a shirt. Thank you so much for sharing your story. I'm going to get this to her. Okay. All right, thank y'all so much. And congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Let me see. Let's find me some other people that we could talk to around here of favorite moments of the U.S. Olympic trials. Excuse me, sir. How are you all today? Hi. I am here, and we are asking our fans, what was your favorite moment of the U.S. Olympic trials?
When Bridget Williams won the pole vault.
Why was that a moment for you?
Because I'm her coach.
Oh, I am picking coaches and family today. Well, thank you so much for answering my question. Tell me your name and where you're from.
My name is Bob Phillips, and I'm from Blacksburg, Virginia, home of the Virginia Tech Hokies.
All right. Well, thank you so much for participating with us today. Y'all, we have so many people out here. It's been a great time. And back to you, Darrell.
Thank you for that, Michelle. Listen, that was a little bit of a better showing from the people out in the trivia section. So thank you, Tracktown, for stepping it up just a tad. When we come back next year for the next championships, I need y'all clicking. Will, what's going on?
Look, we are here with the men's hammer champion, Mr. Daniel Haugh. All right, we were talking a little bit about what it took to even make the final. Yeah. And you said, man, I was nervous out there. Talk us through this whole I mean, like, when I see some of you guys throwing out there, you're big. B, you got a big, heavy implement. So I'm usually just scared. But what is different about approaching a qualifying round than just going straight final?
Yeah, I mean, qualifying, especially at the end of the championship, you know, you see people rise, you see some people fall, unfortunately.
Sure.
And so I think every athlete, whether they're here, they have some amount of doubt in their head. And so if you go in there with not a locked-in game plan, that doubt starts having a little more room.
Sure.
And so in qualification, I was just kind of treating it like practice. I didn't have a locked-in plan like I did for the final. And so in qualification, you're trying to make it that second day. And that first day can end a lot of dreams. And so with that come a lot of nerves, a lot of pressure, whether intrinsic, external. And but when you get that first day done, that's the final. Day 2 on Sunday is a different day, it's a different competition.
I had the pleasure of actually seeing you after qualification, right? You were sitting in the tent over there getting some lunch, and you were disappointed, right? Man, yeah. But obviously you got the opportunity to move on, and you made it through, so the cake is baked. We're going to Paris, baby. No harm, no foul, right? And I'm always telling people all the time, it's like, it's a blessing when you get to learn but still get to go.
Absolutely.
You know, because we've had so many people here who learned that lesson like, man, I wasn't as locked in as I needed to be in the qualifying round. So talk to me how you felt getting through the finals here, qualifying for Paris, getting that weight off your back, and how excited are you to get back to training for Paris?
Yeah, I'm pumped. You know, we got the job done in the final. We got one good throw. The series was not something was real excited about.
Sure.
It's not really a true representation of our training. But again, on a meet like today, third is kind of as good as first. You're making the team. You're trying to represent the U.S. So right now we've got a month. You know, hammer qualification is August 2nd. So we have a month to get our act together and put on a show for Team USA.
So your third round throw was at 79.51.
Yeah.
Just look at the Road to Paris list right now. That puts you in 7th place. You move up a couple of spots on that list. How do you approach the game, right? You know, you come here, you're looking for top 3. That gets you there. Now we got to go. We can't just qualify. We need life bests to look at a medal. What is it going to look like for you between now and between Paris to sort of take your throwing to the next level?
Like our goal this year was to win Olympic trials with bullets left in the chamber. And so that's exactly what we did. We came here, we won. It wasn't the best series of my life, but we're also not peaking for this meet.
Sure.
And so the goal was to win this meet with some bullets left in the chamber for Paris. And so we're going to kind of get back to training a little bit. And
bullets left in the chamber.
And
all right, let's
unleash
go.
Everything.
That's vet talk, baby. I have to pause for a second because that men's hammer competition was crazy.
Unreal.
It was unreal, but
nuts.
It was crazy. Like, you were coming in after round number 2, right? Like we talked about before, being a heavy favorite. At round number 2, we had PR. We had like 4 dudes at 76 meters. We haven't been in that space in a long time. Can you speak to the current state of men's hammer throwing and how excited you are to see this event grow in the U.S. moving forward?
Absolutely. I mean, it's just a testament to like the group of guys we have, the coaches in the U.S., the knowledge that's being shared around. You know, a rising tide lifts all boats, and the tide is lifting right now. As you can see, the bottom 8 was 74 meters. I mean, 74 meters made the Olympic team 8 years ago.
Sure.
So, I mean, this is unreal performance, and that bottom end is going to keep pushing the top end.
Absolutely.
So in the next 4 years, we're going to probably be seeing some big throws out of the United States.
Listen, world record indoors in the weight throw, right? We come in and outdoors. You've been really consistent. You're one of our veterans in this sport. Talk to me about the training this year and the things you're seeing that help you feel like far throws are to come in this summer.
Yeah. Man, veteran's crazy. Bro.
You are a veteran, bro.
Crazy, bro.
You're a veteran.
I am.
Say that word too many times, you start getting some gray hairs.
I'm telling you.
Dude, it's
you
coming,
still listen.
Man.
At veteran, I feel like people think that means like being old. Like no, you've been here.
Yeah.
You've been tested. You've been to championships.
Yeah.
Like you've been through the ringer a few different times. So to be young and to be a veteran is pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just a testament right now to just consistency. I was kind of the guy that was always getting nicked up, doing way too much, not really listening to coach like I should in terms of if we were going to take 20 throws, well, I'm going to do 21 because in a month that's going to be a whole extra practice I've got. It's like, well, you end up getting hurt. Then you got to take a month off. And so just really consistency, trusting the people around me, and just dialing in the rest, dialing in the nutrition. Just the consistency, man, showing up each day.
I love it. I got a throws nerd question. Listen, every thrower that comes on this desk, Chase got out of here because she has something to do, but I got you here. I want to know, are you somebody who trains with a variance of different implements in each session?
For sure.
What's your favorite set of implements to throw with in one time?
Yeah, dude, I was always a heavy ball guy.
This
is the first year where we've kind of stuck around the 16.
Okay.
So this year, honestly, I threw a little more light balls and kind of keep the body healthy, make sure we can put 12 months of injury-free training together. And that worked. The heavy balls can beat your body up a little bit more. So we tried to really dial in and get good with the 16, and my numbers through the roof, better than 2022. So I'm excited for Paris. There's some big throws in there.
I'm excited for you, man. Listen, as always, I want to wish you the best of luck. Men's hammer throwing is on the rise, and I think you are going to put together a special performance. I'm rooting for you, bro. Best of luck, my man.
Appreciate it, brother.
Absolutely. That's Daniel Haugh, ladies and gentlemen. I told you guys we had an action-packed show, and the fun is just getting started, man. We got so many more guests joining us, but look at the fan zone, man. Look at the fan zone. I actually got some T-shirts I want to give away. Hey, who wants a T-shirt? Who wants a T-shirt? Let me see if I can throw them all the way out there. I still got it. I got another one. Hey, Grant. Toss this T-shirt, brother. Toss this T-shirt. We got Abdi. Toss a T-shirt. Will, toss a T-shirt. We tossing T-shirts. Listen, these people in the fan zone have been giving us so much love, so we got to make sure we giving the love back. There we go. The fan zone is lit. We are closing out day 10, but the fun is just getting started down here in the fan zone. We've got a lot of award ceremonies going on, and we got a lot more hardware sitting at the desk. We got Mr. Grant Fisher, who has just come back after doubling the 10K and the 5K. He's a bad man. And we got Mr. Abdi Noir as well with the silver medal. Gentlemen, how you guys doing?
Doing good, man. Feeling good. Going to Paris. Couldn't be more excited.
You sure you feeling good, bro? Y'all just ran 5,000 meters. I don't know how you feeling good after 5,000 meters.
I know y'all haven't warmed down yet.
I don't know. I'm pretty tired. He might be feeling good, but I'm pretty tired. That was pretty hard.
I love it. I bet.
Grant, when you go to the front there in the later stages of the race, I mean, is that the plan? Is it always to try and run away from these guys or at least separate a couple so you can relax a little bit and know that at least you're ticking this box? What was the strategy there?
Yeah, so the game plan going in was to go with 3.5 laps to go. And unless I miscounted, that's when I went. And we were already running pretty fast at that point. Woody had shaken up the race a little bit. I had led a little more than I had expected leading up to that. But that was always the plan. Try to run a 60 with 3.5 to go and break the field open. A lot of guys have really, really strong kicks, so I wanted to get away, get a little daylight, and then turn it into a grind. So it was great. And not Nico.
Look, he's still thinking about that 10K, man. He's still thinking about that 10K.
50 laps in a week. That's going to do some stuff to your brain.
He was right on my heels, and I felt him there, so I knew it was going to be a battle of the line. So, yeah, it was a fun, hard race. It was hot out, and that was a grinder's race, and it was fun.
All right, I'm going to ask you a question that might hurt a little bit. So we are in an absolute
He said he a problem. So I just randomly just thought of it. Because you're so with these legs, did you ever try hurdles or anything? I mean, because did you ever try any other events like the hurdle?
So I'm from Mississippi. I ran the 300 hurdles and made state and ended up getting like third in the 300 hurdles. But I was a basketball player, so jumping has always been my thing. So.
See, I was fighting that greatness. I knew it. I said it's in there. It's in there. Chase, you cleared those first 3 heights in one jump and struggled as you come to the
I believe in you, bro. I believe in you, man.
Hey, you didn't pick me in the tent? Like this, preparing yourself for anything, how did you have the confidence to stay focused and do this?
Right, that's all the Lord's doing. You get caught up with the crowd. You get caught up with the. Sorry, you have to hold that so high. You just get caught up in the moment sometimes. But I got a book from somebody back home, and it just had a lot of encouraging things to say, a lot of support, a lot of Bible verses that brought me back to truth. And whenever I kind of wavered in the competition, I always went back to that and did a good job of reeling me back in. So.
Congratulations. Now, Caleb, you are here representing Arkansas Pine.
We are back. We are back. Listen, sometimes I told you guys the fan zone was lit. I think somebody must have stepped on the internet cable back there because we had a little bit of a glitch. But we're back at the desk. I was talking to Grant before we got broken up, and I was asking you about the quality of the fields in both these events. Obviously, you were able to win the 10K and the 5K, but these guys did not make it simple. So I want to hear from your perspective about how you feel about the depth and the quality of the field in both those events and a lot of the young guys coming up.
I mean, every year it gets harder. Every year you feel like you're improving, but all the guys around are there's always a new guy on the scene. He's always improving. In an Olympic year, I mean, everyone is giving, a little extra just because it's so special to try to make an Olympic team. Sure. So in the 10K, we've got a lot of depth. We've got a lot of young guys coming up, pushing everything from the bottom up.
Right.
And then all the guys that made the team, I'm really happy for them. It's a quality team. And then moving on to 5K, I mean, this is a great team. Guys have made finals before. Abiyam has been in the final before. We've been on teams together before. There's, in the 5K and 10K, you've got a few vets, you've got a few new guys, and it's going to get harder and harder every year. So these are hard teams to make. And, yeah, that 5K, when Abiyam went by me, I was like, oh, man, like, this is going to be a dogfight, fight to the line. So,
a dogfight.
Yeah, it was a great battle, and I'm very happy with the teams that are going to 5K and 10K.
Love it, me too.
All right, well, we lost you guys for a second. We had to have a little bit of banter here because Grant I feel like he got a little offended that I didn't pick him in the 10K in the prediction contest.
The facts are the facts, baby. The facts are the facts. Some of us believe. Listen, he might have done it for the plot, but the facts are the facts.
Look, Katie Rainsberger trains with my wife, so I had to be Team Woody. I don't want to hear about this in Crested Butte later in the year whenever we see Woody back in Colorado. All right, so, Abdi, I got to ask you, one of my favorite bromances in track and field is you and Louis. How good does it feel to know that you guys are going to be sharing a start line again in Paris?
Man, it means so much, Luis and Woody are the guys that pushed me to my fitness to make these teams. So to take a squad and then to add Nico, it's going to be really awesome. I'm so happy for Nikki as well. Like, we're sending a squad, and Coach Smith, it shows that Coach Smith is one of the best coaches in the world.
I don't think that was ever a doubt. I don't want to think that I didn't pick Coach Smith as one of the best coaches in the world.
Right. Listen, I got to know, Grant, your legs have got to be tired, especially after a dogfight like you just had in the 5K. What does rest and recovery look like from here to prepare yourself for Paris? Are you going to do the double in Paris?
Yeah, I'm doubling in Paris.
I love to see it. Okay, so what does rest and recovery look like as you get ready for Paris?
Yeah, I take a few days easy.
Sure.
Let the body reset. I mean, it's 20,000 meters of rest, and it hurts and it adds up. So a little bit of downtime, and then I've got a month to get ready for the best in the world. So, yeah, I'll take a good 4 or 5 days pretty easy and then ramp up training again. I'll have one more race in between here and Paris, get the legs rolling again. And
do we get to know where this race is?
Yeah, I'm racing a Diamond League 3K in London.
Okay,
so I've got that July 20th. And then I'm over to St. Moritz to train for a little bit in Switzerland, and then straight into Paris and hopefully get the job done. So, I mean, this is what you train all year for. In order to get to Paris, you got to do well at USA's.
Sure.
You can't look past it at all. And you can see why. The depth that you mentioned.
Abdi almost got you, bro.
Yeah, we were battling all the way, and that gives me confidence for both of us for Paris.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, so you have a very young guy who's occupied that third position with us, Parker Wolf. You guys, I don't want to say, I'm not going to use the V word with you. You're not veterans yet, but you obviously have that international experience. What type of advice and and leadership can you show Parker going into these stages and how to prepare to compete against the best in the world?
Yeah, I was talking to him a little bit and joking with him. I just told him to embrace it, If you're amongst the best in America, you're going to be up there in the world. So embrace the moment, don't be afraid, and come ready to race. And the kid is fit. He's been competing. He's been showing his fitness. He's been showing his closing speed. And I was so happy for him to get that third spot today. And he's a really cool kid, so I'm excited to make the team with him.
I got to watch Parker. Well, you about to say something? I got to watch him race in NCAA, man. He's a dog.
No, I mean, he's run incredibly well lately. And, something that he should remember is, you go to the Olympics and you put the same kit as us. You put on your national team kit. So there's no more college kid, pros, whatever. Everyone's on the same playing field. And
you're a man now, son.
Yeah, hey,
Big dog.
It's time to step up.
It's
and
time to step up.
I think he'll be ready. So I'm excited for him. He's a nice dude. We had the same college coach, and it's really cool to see, another product of Coach Milt. So, he's a great dude. I wish him well. Yeah.
I love it. Listen, guys, these guys are ready to roll. If you didn't watch that, you got to go find the YouTube coverage. After you finish watching our stream, you can go on YouTube, USATF YouTube, and go rewatch that race because it was electric, fellas. I want to congratulate you again on a wonderful performance. Grant, get some sleep. Let's get ready for another one as we get ready for Paris. Best of luck, guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We're going to send it out to the fan zone because it is absolutely electric right now. We're closing out day number 10, but the fun is just beginning. The fun is just beginning. Oh,
I skipped everything. They took me around like I've got my bag.
I've seen you, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hey, listen, I'm proud of you, bro. Keep rolling, man. Thank you, bro. Wish you best of luck for you, bro.
I know I'm tired. Good job.
The fan zone is turned. We got Bryce Hoppel getting this gold medal up there on the award ceremony. Man, I'm having a blast, Will. I'm having an absolute blast.
It's hard not to. I mean, legit, the fan zone is packed right now. Obviously, these are the people who want to come out and watch the Olympic trials. The people, it's after the party, it's the after party, and that is exactly where everyone is in the fan zone. And we have got Michelle out in the fan zone. Oh.
We're going to get this thing rolling. Hey, listen, bring it back to the desk, man. We got Mr. Salif Mane joining the desk. I am so excited for this one right here. Welcome to the desk, my man. Listen, I got to tell you a little bit about myself. You've already introduced yourself to the world. So I'm Darrell Hill. I'm an Olympian. I'm one of the hosts of this show. But I'm a huge triple jump fan. And for the last few years, it feels like there's been a changing of the guard from the OGs, Christian Taylor, Will Clay, Omar Craddock, Chris Bernard, all the guys, and it feels like we got another one, so I'm super excited. Talk to me about your performance today and how special this is for you.
It means a lot. I wasn't just representing myself. It was also my school.
What school you go to?
Fairleigh Dickinson University.
There we go, man. You got to let them know something.
Also from the Bronx, so representing the Bronx.
Love it.
Doing this for my family and all my friends and all my supporters. It felt amazing just going out there and just jumping that far. I already hit the Olympic standard on the first jump, so I was really satisfied, but I still wanted more, a little more, and I know I had it in me.
Sure. Will.
Dude, so 17:28, you come out and blast the Olympic standard. How does that change how you're going to approach your next 5 jumps?
It means a lot. The goal is always to just go out there on the first jump and just set the tone, and that's exactly what I did. And the rest of my jumps weren't very well, but it was just a tune-up for the last one, and that's exactly what I did.
I was at NCAA's watching you jump. See, I'm telling you guys, I'm everywhere, man. So I was there in the house when you was holding it down. What's the conversation that you were having with your coach as you were coming into this competition, knowing that you had it wrapped up, and I'm getting the crowd into it, talking about round number 6?
It meant a lot. I had just moved back my approach, so all season I was doing 14 steps, so I wasn't really there. I was just working on it. I haven't competed a lot because due to injuries and stuff like that, but to be able to come out on my 18th step, just go out there and just work on the approach, get that 17:14 at NCAAs, then 17:28, and then a big one at 17:52. It's crazy.
That's different.
Yep.
Yeah, so we just saw the video of that 17:52 6th round jump. When you know you got the Olympic team line all in the bag.
It's turned. I told y'all it was turned.
It's turned back here. It's turned.
Listen, it's
so you got the
turned.
Olympic team in the bag. You got the weight of the world off of your shoulders, and you can just jump free. How do you take that approach to the Olympic Games where you know it's going to take another exceptional performance to go from being an Olympic trials champion to being one of those 3 people on the podium?
Yeah, it's going to be my first time going to the Olympics. There's a great competitors out there, and the goal is just to have fun, enjoy, come out injury-free, but still compete. And being at 17.5, that puts me in a very high position, and the goal is just to be better than I was the last meet, and that's exactly what I plan on doing, and just working hard and training hard.
Are there things that you and your coach are going to go back and watch the videos of your series of the jumps and say, like, look, Salif, this is why you jumped better than you ever have? And have you already identified some of those characteristics?
Yeah, if you play back the video, it will be my last phase. My last phase is really not up to par with my first 2 phases, and that's something I'm going to work on for the next couple of weeks. And hopefully I get it right at Paris and get it going, and hopefully go farther than 17.5.
I want to know, who are some of the triple jumpers that you looked up to, maybe modeled yourself after, or just really enjoy watching?
A lot of them, Christian Taylor, Will Clay, Pedro Pichardo, a lot of them, and I just screen record their videos and all their jumps, take it with me to practice and see what fits for me.
Sure.
And being able to do that and then understand what I need to do to make myself a better jumper, that's the goal. And I'm really grateful for them. They're a part of history, and hopefully I get up there in a couple of years.
So coming into this Olympic trials, knowing the opportunity that you have, right? You and your coaches, y'all looked at the rankings coming in here, so you knew you had a real shot coming into here. But also knowing that I'm going against a lot of people that I've loved and revered and I looked up to and I modeled my jumps after. How did you balance that, the fandom a little bit, and the excitement for your own self going through a competition feeling like that?
Yeah, it was bittersweet. I was here last year, actually. It came 4th. And going against them, it was just for all the experience, you know. And this year I just came out here and, I just told myself, they about to be out of here soon probably. And the goal is just, it's no hard feelings, but just to go out here and compete. Mm-hmm. And it don't matter who's in my way, but I got to just go out there and, go out there and jump.
Hey, man, listen, the comp is the comp. Business is business, baby.
Yes, sir.
Well, Salif, I just want to say, man, thank you so much for taking some time with us. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you. Watching you jump out there today was electric. Seeing the next rising star of triple jump in the U.S., I think that we're all blessed to be in this position of being able to watch you compete, and we wish you all the best in Paris.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Hey, listen, one more time at the camera. Name, school, where you from? Let them know.
Salif Mane, Fairleigh Dickinson University, and the Bronx, New York.
Let's go. Turn it up. Best of luck in Paris, brother. We're going to the fan zone. We're going back out to the fan zone because we got some wonderful 110-meter hurdlers up there on the podium getting their medals. It is absolutely turned. Absolutely turned. This is a blast, man. I'm enjoying day number 10. We're winding down. I'm so sad we're not going to be here much longer, man, but these fans are keeping me alive, baby. They're keeping me alive.
Who's going to listen to us when we go home?
Everybody. Everybody going to listen to us when we go home.
Because they're going to replay this on YouTube time and time again.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, I've gotten so many messages. I'm sure you've gotten them, Will. They loving us back home, man. They loving us. They loving us. We back at the desk. We got another special guest, Mr. Bryce Hoppel. Oh, my God, that medal. Listen, you see, if you can see on the live stream, the sun and the gold medal is blinding me, man. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling amazing. Kind of called the shot for 142, and we're able to go out there and execute, and couldn't be more hyped about it.
That's my type of party right there, man. That's my type of party.
So when we were doing our predictions up here, we asked for who was going to win the men's 800 meters, and I said, very nice, Bryce.
Very
of
nice,
course.
Bryce.
And it was unanimous across the table.
Sure.
You are becoming the absolute king of the 800 in the U.S. How does it feel to know that the world expects you to win all of these races?
No, it's a little pressure. I'll be honest. I was having a hard time sleeping last night. But, man, it feels great, and it's a big blessing to do what I do. And, I try my best out there every time, and I think it results in the results. And, couldn't be more happy to be representing all that I do, and it's definitely a blessing, yeah.
I want to talk about those semifinals, okay? Because you came across the track, you wasn't even like you were breathing hard. You know what I'm saying? It looked like you executed your plan to perfection. You came through in a smooth 144. You look good, you look healthy. But you watch the next heat, you see all those guys running 143s, PRs. What are you feeling as you see those guys do those big performances, knowing you got one more race coming the next day?
No, it was crazy because I was sitting in like the little heating area and saw the 143s come across the line, and like in my head I'm like, oh man, I gotta go top that. Like I gotta go show what I can do out there. And then, you know, I ran my race to perfection. I executed it well, and as I was coming down the home stretch, I was like watching the time, but then I was like looking around, like, hey, no one's near me, and I'm just like, I'll come for the time next time.
No,
so
man, that's amazing.
That's what was going through my head, and I was like, yeah, I had to shut it down a little bit.
Sure.
We just had Daniel Haugh on here, and he talked about approaching this meet with with some bullets left in the chamber, right? So, you know, we haven't seen the best of Bryce Hoppel just yet.
Absolutely.
He's finger gunning that clock. Bryce, what is it that gives you the belief to do something that you've never done before?
Man, I mean, I think just where I've been at, and I'm in such a happier place with an incredible training group with a very nice track club guys, and I think just having those other phenomenal athletes around me like Hobbs, it pushes you to new heights. And so, like, now I'm just reaching for more and more, and hopefully go do some good things when I race against those guys in Paris and go for more medals. So.
Okay, so I got to ask you about Hobbs. You opened the
go.
gate. I wasn't going to bring up anybody else, but you opened the
here
floodgates.
now.
All right, the Wunder Kid Wonder, the climber. You know, when you train with Hobbs, are you guys doing similar workouts? Are you guys doing a bunch of stuff that's different? And like when you guys were towing the line, you're like, is Hobbs the guy that I have to worry about the most?
Yeah, no, I knew he was going to go out there and do something special. But like as for a training dynamic, he definitely comes from that like longer sides where he's dropping me in the volume stuff, and I'm like hanging on for dear life. But then like it kind of evens out because when we do quicker stuff, I'm like, all right, see you later.
Later, bro.
Yeah.
All right, so we've seen Hobbs now drop down to the 800. When are we going to see Bryce step up and show the world what he can do at 1500?
Well, with the new like Grand Slam track league, they're going to have us running 8s and 15s. So hopefully be a part of that and see what I can do in the 15. Maybe change up training a little bit, but I guess we'll see how that comes when the time comes. Yeah.
I want to hear about. I've asked this question to everybody because we got this new Eiffel Tower thing that they got going on after the finish line after you make the team. How did it feel to sign that, knowing that you just booked your ticket going to Paris?
Man, such a relief. Like I think this whole week I was kind of chomping at the bit. I got here early so that I could watch Hobbs' 15s, and it's like, all right, when is it my turn? When is it my turn? But just a big weight off the shoulders. And now, like, I mean, going into Paris, it's like, all right, now I really get to see what I can do. And it's like, let's go out there and leave everything on the track. And so I'm excited for that moment.
So is this your second or third Olympic trials?
This is my second Olympic trials.
Second Olympic trials. So the 800 is usually contested in the first 4 days. What's it like for you to sit around for almost 2 weeks just knowing that you are the almost last event on the last day?
It was not fun. Again, like I was just like, kind of just like, all right, what do I do now? And then on the off days, I'm like, oh man, this is really boring. And so it was tough to wait. It was tough to wait.
So we've got video of the end of your race here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you almost gave us like a little bit of a moment of Prefontaine, do a 400-meter victory lap, go straight to clapping high fives. What is that feeling when you know you cross the line, you've run the best time of your life, and you're going to the Olympics?
Man, I mean, again, like I was feeling a little fatigued, but like the excitement and the weight off the shoulders, like I'm gonna keep running, like I'm gonna keep it going and go high five the fans, and just like in exhilaration, like I was just like, I don't know, trying to still let the energy out almost coming across the line because you just get that adrenaline of, man, going to Paris, get to represent the U.S. at the Olympics.
And, you know, the fans in the stands, obviously today, this was packed. There was not a seat available in the house. Can you hear the runners behind you, or did you know there was daylight? I mean, the last time you get to see that board is with about 200 meters to go. Are you running scared the last 50 meters, or are you just running confidently through the line?
I definitely didn't hear them, but I could see them like in my peripherals certain times throughout the race. But like when we're coming for that last 150, it's like I'm putting everything I can into the track and just getting all the power that I can out of my legs, and I sent it home. So like, yeah, it was a blur and probably blacked out a little bit. Yeah.
You look absolutely fit and fantastic and ready to pursue medals. I just want to know, do we get to see you on the track at all before Paris, or are we wrapping it up and getting ready for the rounds?
I think the plan is to go back to Flagstaff, get like a week of training in, then we'll go run the Monaco Diamond League. So that's always a fast one. Man,
everybody's going to Monaco. We might have to take this show on the road.
Yeah, wag a couple fingers at that, me too, huh?
Oh yeah.
I love it, man. Listen, we want to wish you best of luck. Congratulations on qualifying for the Olympics. You look fantastic, and we know you will be ready to roll in Paris, brother.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Absolutely. We're going back out to the fan zone. The fan zone is still lit. We got the women's javelin throwers up there getting their medals right now, but we got some real special guests coming to the stage. Ooh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. Yeah.
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 Slim, thick, caramel skin.
We all going to stand. We all going to stand. We are back at the desk. We got a special group of women right here. We got the 100-meter finalists. I'm sorry. These women are all going to Paris. How y'all feeling?
100 hurdle.
I'm sorry, 100 hurdles. I'm doing a bad job. I'm doing a terrible job. I'm a terrible host. How y'all feeling?
Great. Elated, excited, and blessed.
Amen.
Like $1 million. Feeling like I look at.
I love it. Listen, we gotta talk about this race. We're gonna go one at a time because I feel like obviously it's one race for everybody achieves, but we got 3 different stories going on here. We're gonna start in the middle. The champion, 12:25. I've watched you run so many races, and you've experienced so much heartbreak in this stadium. Talk to me about what this 12:25 means for you.
It just means everything. It honestly means the world. It just shows that, like, you know, my hard work is truly paying off. My coach told me this whole season that, like, I am going to run super fast. Like, I can do the things that, like, we've talked about. So to honestly see it, like, come together, like, when you really believe in yourself, like, the mind is so strong. So, like, you know, a lot of those times lining up this season, like, I didn't always have faith. I didn't always believe. So, you know, when you truly believe in yourself, like, you can really shock yourself. So, I mean, didn't expect to run 12:25. Like, I was just out there competing. When I seen the time, I freaked out.
I feel like Messiah Russell was a very big if you know, you know, so you ain't shocked me.
Yeah.
You ain't shocked me at all.
Period.
We got the race coming up here actually because this is just too beautiful, man. Watching you get out the line. Come on, cue us up, baby. Cue us up. Cue us up. Give us that footage of that race. I want to see that. Here we go. Talk me through this race.
Shoot. I don't even, oh, shoot. Dang, I was doing my big one.
This might be their first time actually getting to sit here and watch it. They as excited as us.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah, it was the reaction. The reaction is crazy. Like I tell everyone, this is my first time ever winning. Like, I've always been so close to, like, attaining that gold, and I've always come so close, and I've always missed out, and I had to regroup and understand, like, all right, what is the difference? Like, what is going to make me get that breakthrough that I want? And, I mean, all them other losses don't matter now. Like,
absolutely.
Destined to, what do you say? Blessed said, destined to win, all them L's underneath you. I was like, yeah, shout out to that.
We going right down to the line to the silver medalist. Lele, Miss Alicia Johnson. Hey, listen, I have the I'm so excited to be sitting here talking to you in this moment. I've had the pleasure of knowing you and talking to you after so many disappointing performances. I know how special this is, but I want you to tell the world what finally getting an opportunity to put Olympian next to your name means to you.
Yeah, I just keep saying, like, my journey has been so different from everyone else's. I honestly did this with no help.
Sure.
I did this, me and my team. That's it. Like,
who's the team? Tell me the team.
Morgan Wells, or y'all may know him as Mo Wells.
Slide you.
The national German coach, or the former national German coach, Marlon Odom, and my strength and conditioning coach, Jordan Bush. Like, we really made this out of nothing. Like, literally, nobody helped us. Nobody helped us. My whole first year, I did this all on my own, all our own money. We trained, we went to the track meets. We didn't even know what we were doing.
Sure.
Like, they've never, ever, ever coached a track and field athlete in their lives. I was the first one, and I just believed in them so much. I'm like, I feel like we could do it, y'all. Like, and I was 2 years removed from the sport. Like, nobody has ever done this the way that I did it. And honestly, I'm so proud and so happy that I got to do it this way.
Sure.
To show people that nobody else has a hand in your journey. Nobody else has a hand or a say-so. Like, God is the Almighty, and He's the say-so. And so once He told me, like, hey, don't worry about it. You're going to get what you need to get. I'm going to give you a little just so that you can keep the faith and keep going.
True.
That's what I saw today. He didn't give me everything I wanted. He gave me what I needed in order to keep the faith and keep going.
Sure.
And for my coaches and for my team, and for my community. Like, I come from Chicago, Illinois. I moved to Houston, Texas when I was 7.
Right.
Like, I come from not even being able to pay for a summer track.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Where coaches had to step up and be like, no, I feel like she's worthy. I feel like she's deserving. So for me, this is bigger than a medal. This is bigger than a time. This is bigger than a spot. This is an opportunity to network. This is an opportunity to market. This is an opportunity to get my name out there, to do everything that I want to do in life after track is finished. Like, I don't look at this as, oh, I want to be the fastest. You know, I never even had the dream of being an Olympian, but I know what it's going to take in order for me to get where I want to go in life because of my situations and because of the lack of opportunities and the lack of resources. So for me, I mean, being able to even step on the track next to these women, everybody on the track decked out with their companies and they got their support and they got their resources. Their coaches are paid. Their bills are paid. They didn't have to worry about how they got here. We was worried about $5,000 for the Airbnb. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, for me, it's different. And that's why when I found out that I made it, I dropped down to my knees. It's nothing else to do but praise him, because these opportunities don't come for people like me.
Sure.
From where I'm coming from. And I'm blessed to have the family that I have, my family, my mom, and my brothers, to support me all the time, to let me know, like, hey, and my best friend, Jada, like, she been through everything with me. You know, they're the ones that see the most. So just to have those people in your corner to let you know, hey, you can do it, like, that's all this is about. So I feel blessed. I feel like I can walk on water right now.
Hey, listen, I love it, and you did it, and you earned it, and you on your way, and we got another special Paris performance, but we not getting out of here before we talk to Miss Grace Stark. Okay, it feels like to a lot of people the forgotten one, but if you know, you were actually one of the fastest times coming in here, and it feels like throughout the rounds, people were talking about all these other people. A lot of other names were getting talked about, and then we come through and we looking at the clock and we see third place, Grace Stark. How'd you feel when you saw your name come up on the board?
Yeah, I didn't know what place I was in. I was super excited to, get third and be on the team. I was saying earlier, third is being on the team. It's like winning for me. I was just so blessed to be on the team. Yeah, I've seen a lot of the stuff on Twitter. I deleted Twitter because I saw my name a little too much, good and bad, and I just didn't want to see any more. So I'm just really blessed to be here.
And listen, I'm excited for all of you guys, Masai. And listen, 1225 is a special time, so I know you got your eyes set on bigger fish down in Paris. I want to wish the best of luck to all of you guys, and I am proud of you guys. It was fun to watch. I had the stadium electric. And listen, y'all going to do y'all thing in Paris, man. Best of luck, all right?
Thank you.
We're heading out to the fan zone. That is your 100-meter hurdle podium finishers on their way to Paris. Thank you, ladies.
Amen.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. We on our way back to the desk. I told you guys we had a special performance, man. Those ladies, they inspired me. This has been so inspiring throughout these 10 days, and I think we got another inspiring conversation on the way. Miss Nikki Hiltz is back at the desk. Will, I know you excited for this. We're back in 1500, man. Ooh, let's go. Let's go.
I've been most excited for this event for the entirety of the Olympic trials. Nikki, I saw you at the track this morning doing some pre-race strides, and I was like, I really should have made a different choice in my prediction.
Who'd you predict?
Emily McKay.
That's a good one.
Hey, listen,
she came in a close second.
We were all wrong, but like Will said, we want to come to this meet and we want to see performance.
Surprised.
We want to see performances like the one you did. So you made us all wrong, and I'm truly thankful to be wrong. That was the best point I never got.
Fool me once, Nikki. Never fool me again. All right, so you run 3:55.33 today. Did you expect it to? It's almost laughable, right? It's so fast. Did you expect it to require that type of performance to win this race?
I really wasn't thinking about time. Like I thought it would be sub 4, but no. Like if you would have told me 3:56 doesn't make the team, I actually so glad I didn't know that going in. Because I didn't know I was capable of 3:55. I was just running a race. Yeah.
It's no secret to all your fans out there that track and field is a huge platform for you. What does this particular Olympic trials victory say to you and all those people in your corner, everyone on your team? Like, how is this going to change a lot of things for you in life?
Yeah, I mean, I told myself not to, like, my instructions before the race was don't try to make an Olympic team, try to win the race. And so now I think I can think about it of, like, I just made an Olympic team, but I really, really was trying not to make it bigger than it is. It's just a race. It's just try to be first. If you can't be first, try to be second. Like, yeah, I think now it's just kind of hitting me like, wow, what does this mean? But it's huge. I mean, this is every 4 years the world pays attention to our sport, so now it's time to capitalize on it. And yeah, I'm just excited. I mean, we're sending a great team, and I'm excited to just keep showing up as myself. And yeah, I mean, I'm non-binary and use they/them pronouns, and it's like, but people have to make space for me because I'm like a 2-time national champ now. You can't just ignore that,
Undeniable.
Yeah, exactly.
Undeniable.
So I'm excited to keep making space for myself, and then hopefully, yeah, more people to come after me.
Abdi was just sitting up here with us. I mean, you guys put so many folks from your training group on this Olympic team. Talk about the momentum that starts out from the first night of track and field with Woody not having raced since the 10 in March, coming out there, punching his ticket to Paris, and what does that do for your team's mental preparations for the remaining 8 days of track and field?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great sign when people that have the same coach are running well. Like, yeah, of course it gives me confidence. And yeah, seeing Woody make it, see Abdi Haugh. I mean, I saw Abdi Haugh make the team 2 seconds before I went into my race. So that was just like all the confidence I needed. So it's huge. Yeah.
Nikki, thank you so much for your time. You got to go get on the medal ceremony. You got stuff to do. I know, but thank you so much for making time for us. Congratulations. We can't see you in Paris.
Nah, you crushed that, bro. That's why I was like, at that point, I was like, I don't need to close her out. You need to do that. That was great. Are we just talking now?
We're celebrating. We're partying up here at the desk, Darrell. We're having a great time. You know why? I feel like our own standings are about. Maybe my life is about to change. I haven't looked at the point totals just yet.
Oh,
I got a feeling.
Jesus. I don't even want to know.
Be a good night.
I don't even want to know.
Michelle, not Darrell and Will, but
I'm sick. Listen, like we just talked about with Nikki up here, I lost a lot of points betting on the athletes, and I would make that pick again.
I'm drum rolling over here. I'm drum rolling. Results are coming up. Results are being populated.
Do we got
the
them?
Judges score.
Oh! What?
What's the asterisk for? Oh, the tiebreaker question.
Oh, we did do absolute value.
We did.
I'm gonna just mute up. I'm gonna just mute up.
I got me a hyper ice, y'all.
You're a hyper ice girly now, Michelle.
You know, my calf muscles need it. My biceps from holding this microphone.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's been an amazing week at the 2024 Olympic trials. Like, I can't believe this is it. It's finally over.
Sure. This has been such a wonderful journey of 10 days. It has been a marathon, truly. From day number one, let's talk about us for a second. I want to know. We're gonna go down the line. We're gonna start at my brother Will. I want to know, what was your favorite performance of the 10 days of competition?
I have a huge bias here.
Okay.
It's not even a win. It's a second place finish.
Sure.
And it's from Silky Wilkie Matt Wilkerson.
Ooh.
I've known him since he was in 8th grade. And to watch that young man go from being the best runner at my high school to the best runner in Division III to one of the best runners in the world.
Sure.
It takes being one of the best runners in the world to make our Olympic team. I can't deny, it warmed my heart. His surprise, his overjoyed jubilation. I mean, those are the moments that we crave to see at the Olympic trials.
Man, I had so many moments. Before I name a particular moment, I just want to say what I enjoy about the Olympic trials and watching the turnover of the new Olympians versus those who have made multiple teams, because there's something special that you can make one team and then make it again, but to see you make your very first team, like just watching some of their expressions, I get emotional watching them get emotional because I understand what that feels like. And so but one of my favorite moments, and I'm going to give it to Sha'Carri in the 100, because she has gone through so much where people were not being on the team and having this divide of people like she's not gonna make it, she is gonna make it, being like one of America's favorite, but for her to reach her goal, like that moment when she crossed the finish line, knowing that she finally did it for herself.
Sure.
Like those are the moments I love about competition, is when you realize I finally did what I set my mind out to do, and I am living in this moment, and then the emotions come.
Right. for me, honestly, it was a little difficult because all of my favorite events were really electric. Like I'm a big, like I told you guys, big 400 hurdle fan, and neither one of those races disappointed. Sydney dropped a world record. Ride looked absolutely fantastic in a world-leading time. But I'm actually gonna go with the women's 100-meter hurdles. And if you listen to those women speak, like that is what the beauty of the Olympic trials is. Those was 3 first-time Olympians that if you've been here with us this whole time, you listen to them talk, you feel some of what they were feeling, right? I want to talk about all of them kind of in their own way. Masai Russell has been one of the most talented 100-meter hurdlers we've had in the world for a long time, but in major races, she's fallen short. She's hit hurdles. She's been a favorite multiple times, but she never got that opportunity. So to see her be able to come forward today and won 12:25, top 5 performance of all time, that was fantastic. We had Alicia. Y'all listened to her talk. Y'all heard her story. I don't got to repeat it because she just told y'all the whole thing.
Hold on, before you even finish that, just listening to her story, I almost changed my whole story.
I'm telling you.
Just by listening to her passion and what it took to get here, because sometimes the TV makes making the Olympic team look amazing.
Sure.
But everybody doesn't have the easy story. Some stories are gut-wrenching. Some stories, some of these athletes face some of the most impossible situations, but they find a way to make it out here to be their very best and to make this team.
Absolutely. And then you're talking about Grace Stark coming in 3rd place. Like I said before, she was actually one of the fastest people in the field coming into this championships, and nobody talked about her throughout the rounds. I didn't hear one person talk about her. They talked about a lot of other names, and I'm guilty of it too. I'm not going to sit here and act like I was banging the table for Grace Stark, right, because I wasn't. But watching her run in that final was truly inspiring because herself, she was maybe a season or 2 ago, she broke her leg running. Like she had her own story that she didn't really tell you guys about, but she's another person. So to watch those 3 young women, which feels like almost a changing of the guard, the women's 100-meter hurdles has been so competitive in this country for a long time. So to get 3 new faces making their first Olympic team, that's my favorite performance.
Yeah.
And Grace Stark had to change uniforms between the semis and the finals.
Right.
She was racing in her college kit.
Oh, wow.
Brand. Signs that
there
pro
you go.
contract. She's in a different. I mean, those little things do make a difference in the actual mental preparation.
New shoes.
I actually didn't check her. I didn't peep her shoes
I
in the
didn't check her
final.
shoes either, but I seen the uniform. I felt like
Gator
that.
colors, but you know, it is one of those things that you like. Even the littlest thing can disrupt the preparation.
Yeah, these are the moments that can change your life. In a blink of an eye, you make your first team between the semis and the finals. You got a little bit of money to get here. Like, you know, it's like all of a sudden, what you wanted comes true.
Sure.
In this moment, by 1/4 of a second, like a half a second.
It's great. So I gotta change my answer.
Okay.
My favorite event of the trials is the fan zone.
Ooh.
Right.
My favorite event of the trials is the fan fest.
Right.
It's actually the entirety of the Olympic trials.
Yeah, it
How
has.
good was this meet from start to finish?
It was amazing. Like the whole time we're up here on stage and I'm out there talking to the fans, it's taking everything for me not to start dancing and singing. In the middle, I'm like, hey, let's go. Like I'm so excited.
What's really got me excited is just this opportunity that we had here, right? So I want to actually thank you guys, right? I want to thank Michelle, my big sister, for sitting here working with us every day. I want to thank my man Will. We had never worked together, got here on this show, and the chemistry from day 1 to day 10 has grown so much. I want to thank Dawn for all of her segments and the work she's put in. I want to thank my guy Adam. He's sitting right here. My guy cousin James, Jeanette, Jim, James, the whole production crew that's allowed us to have this opportunity. I want to say thank you to USATF. So I'm just thankful, man.
If there's any time to be a fan of USA Track and Field, it's now.
So buy your merch,
it's time to be a
renew
fan.
your membership. If you have never had a membership before, go get that membership, because without the people who support the organization, stuff like this doesn't happen. More media is better for the sport. You want to get these behind-the-scene looks. Look, comment on the Instagram, shout it out on the YouTube, because if you want to see stuff like this back and back again, you got to support it. So big ups to USA Track and Field and all the people that watched every day. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Listen, this will not be the last of us, man. We just getting started. This was a beautiful show, 10 days of competition. We've got new Olympians getting ready to embark on a journey going to Paris. We're signing off for the last time. We want to thank you guys again. We're going to send out to the fan zone for one more party.
Thanks, y'all.
I'm coming out. You know what? Happy Pride. I listen to music for the girls and the gays, so that is my life.